Alright guys, so I just opened a box with this stuff in it, and yet again completely, absolutely blown away with the generosity of another viewer. I want to read the little note that was in here. It says, to Jeff, cleaning house, and I thought you might be able to use these for your channel. Gears, cars, story time, and Gus. Love them all. Best regards, Adam. Adam sent me some pretty damn nice cutlery here. There are two fixed Presidios. This is a discontinued model from Benchmade. I've seen these back in the day. I actually owned one briefly that was really used. Very cool fixed blade, metal scales on here. I had the Presidio folder as well. This one has sharpened swedge. The one I had actually had, it was like serrations on the back here that were sharpened. But I mean, beautiful knife, and there's two of them. I mean, geez, he sent two of them here. So I may do a review on that in the future. Not sure. I know I get a little dissuaded from the discontinued stuff reviews. I like doing it because it shows old models that people are getting to knives now, or even the last couple of years, they just never even seen before. But at the same time, people get disappointed because then they want one and they can't find it. You know, so I don't know. You let me know in the comments if you want a review on the fixed Presidio. I think it's the Benchmade model 155, if you guys want to look it up. But he also sent me two K-bars. The one in the box is the same knife. It's brand new with the sheath and everything. I never had this particular one. This has the, looks like the powder coated blade. Instead of like a satin finish, it's actually coated, which is nice. But super classic, very sexy K-bar, which is awesome. Also sent me another blast from the past. I believe this is discontinued. This is a Masters of Defense Razorback. Right, MOD knife. Very cool little fixed blade. And this also came with a different sheath system. This looks like a paddle, inside the waistband, paddle style holster, you know, setup there. And this one just has a, you know, little belt mount with adjustable pieces on there. But I mean, just super cool knife. Again, let me know. You want a full review on this? I mean, it's not something you're going to be able to find as easy as something that's in production. But very cool nonetheless. And this interesting SOG, which I've seen but I've never had before. I've had obviously the K-bars. I've had this particular knife, a different setup. I've never had the Razorback before, but I've seen them and I wanted one many years ago. But this is the SOG, what's it called? The Switchback? I don't know if they have the Robbie Robertson design. I forget what this one's called. You guys will probably let me know in the comment section here. But this has a little trick up its sleeve. See in the back here, it says a release. So you push this button, which lifts a pin on the inside of the handle here. All right, if I do that, you can see this blade rotates out. So now we have a wood saw, which looks and feels pretty effective. I'll have to test it out and see. I don't know. I mean, it's a very cool design. It's very unique. My first impressions, it's super uncomfortable. And even though the pin goes through there, it's not totally, you know, locked up, you know, 100%. But it is certainly interesting. So again, if you guys want to see a review on this, I'll certainly use that saw and I'll play around with the knife a little bit and eventually do a review. I'm not sure if this is still in production or not, but definitely interesting. But just, I mean, extremely generous. Thank you again, Adam. Just really appreciate it. Anytime anyone sends, you know, any kind of cutlery, it's really cool. It helps support the channel because obviously it's more stuff for me to use and test and review. I do tons of trading to keep like a constant flow of gear to test and review, but a lot of stuff people send, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. It is really nice. It is extremely generous. It's a big deal for me. When I open a package like this and I see some blast, you know, knife models that are, you know, from yesteryear, it's so cool. It brings up a lot of joy, a lot of memories, and seeing these knives, like this particular knife, this Razorback. I've seen these before. I've never had one. I've seen it at gun shows, you know, knife shows in the past. I had a few different Masters of Defense knives. One of my favorite ones was the Hornet. I had the Hornet folder, and I carried that thing for probably the better part of 5 or 6 months, way back in the day. Look up that knife, it's very cool. You know, the Masters of Defense for me, after I got into Microtech, I had a Microtech stint where like literally for a year, that's all I wanted was Microtech knives. And at some point, I sold probably 200 knives. A lot of Kershaws. I had a lot of doubles and triples of certain patterns, mostly Ken Onion designs. I've talked about this before, but just a buttload of knives just to raise a bunch of money to buy a bunch of Microtechs. And then right after Microtech, that's when I was introduced to Masters of Defense, right? But just really cool. So again, Adam, thank you so much. A huge thumbs up for thinking of me and just the generous gift. It is just really cool of you. Really appreciate it. So I'll play around with this stuff. You guys let me know down below in the comments if you want reviews on some of these things. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Adam, please get in touch with me so I can have a conversation with you. Whether it's here on YouTube, you can send a message or a comment in this video. You know, Instagram, like I said, I spent a lot of time now doing the Instagram messaging. It's great to interact with the viewers. It's a lot of fun. I'm starting to, you know, meet new people, make new friends and stuff like that. But it's just easy to communicate. YouTube message system, it's just kind of going downhill, and it's very, very hard to have the back and forth conversations through YouTube. But if you don't have an Instagram account or something, that's the best way you can do it, and that's fine. I still check my messages every day. But yeah, I'd love to just be able to thank you, you know, personally. But if you want to, you know, remain kind of anonymous, then I understand that too. But for me, I always just like thanking people. That's all. But hey, if you're watching the video, thank you. Thank you so much. It's just awesome. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you want to see some reviews on this stuff. I think it'll be torn. Some people say, I don't care. If it's discontinued, I can't really get it easily. Or if it's too expensive, I don't care. Whereas, you know, some people are like, no, I love to hear about it. Maybe I'll go track one down. For me, you know, especially with knife trading, when I have a bunch of different sources, and I've talked about this in the past before too, but when I go to a trading grounds and I see something, I'm like, oh man, I remember, you know, 10 years ago I wanted that knife so bad, and then I have to have that knife, and then I start really, you know, actively seeking it out. It's the thrill of the hunt. You know what I mean? You get your mind fixed on a specific type of knife. It could be a $10 knife, it could be a $1,000 knife. But like the knife collector in you just comes out, and you're like, I gotta get that knife. I gotta try it out. I gotta own it. And then when you get it, you're like, cool. What's next, right? I've said that before too. The journey never ends. You know, you just go, 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 go. And once you get the best of the best, I mean, whatever you're into, if you're into cars, yeah, you get that, your dream car. What happens after you get your dream car? Most people who have money or who don't have money and save up and sacrifice, and many years down the line, they get that dream car, they want another dream car. It's natural. It's human nature. You know what I mean? It's not like, it's not being greedy. It's just, okay, you've experienced that. A lot of times, if you're into knives, you know, like let's say K-bar, right? You see people talk about the K-bars, and you always wanted one, and eventually if you get one, I'm sure you'll like it, you know? It's a great knife, but then you will want something else. It's just not knowing what it's like and hearing everyone talk about it. That starts getting the juices flowing. That's what makes you think, oh, I gotta try this. Everyone loves this, I gotta try it. And then you try, and you're like, all right, what else does people like? Because now I've tried this. Been there, done that kind of mentality, you know? But yeah, it's always about the hunt. You ask any person who's extremely serious about knives, anyone who drops lots of money on knives or lots of time. Because there's people out there who don't have a lot of money at all, but they'll dedicate hours and hours every day of their life to look at knives, to read about knives, to watch YouTube videos about knives, because they truly have a passion for cutlery. You don't have to have money to be a knifeaholic. Okay, it just so happens that some of the people with the biggest collections happen to have the most money. They go hand in hand, right? There's a lot of expensive crap out there, and not everyone can afford it. But like I said, whether it's a $5, $10 knife or, you know, $500 knife, doesn't make a difference. It's the thrill of the hunt. When you finally get it, you're like, that is cool. But anyway, I don't know, kind of rambling again. But yeah, just a huge thank you to Adam. Thank you very much, man. Super cool of you. Really appreciate it. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Lots and lots and lots of knife reviews coming ahead. I actually went to Home Depot, I'll tell you real quick, and I got some different cordage to do some more cut demos with. Just something different, change up a little bit. Most times when I'm doing a review on a knife, I'll EDC it for a little bit, especially if it's a folder, I get more use out of it. Fixed blades, I have to kind of go out of my way to use them because I don't EDC fixed blades often. But folders, I'll just go through the rigmarole and, you know, okay, cut some paper, cut some cardboard, maybe some plastic jugs sometimes. Sometimes I don't have plastic jugs, I'll cut a few zip ties, right? Or I'll go through some paracord. But it's the same old thing, right? So I got some different type of cordage. I got some, you know, marine line, super thick stuff. What I didn't get, I kind of regret, is not getting the manila rope. Manila rope is great, you know, source for you know, edge retention testing, you know, and there's many people in the past who've used that. And obviously, if you're a cold steel fan, you ever watch one of their proof videos, which I'm kind of excited. It looks like they have a new one coming out soon. Can't wait for that. It's always entertaining to me. but they always use the free hanging manila rope. It's just a thing they do, you know. So anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Take care.